hate to be the one to tell you this, but if you feel like you're in a constant state of tomorrow I'll get my life together, but somehow tomorrow just never comes, you're probably in your lazy era, and I'm gonna give you some tips to get out of that today. Not in like a toxic lock-in kind of way, but in a like, hey, we should probably not scroll for 8 hours a day and consume content that's slowly rotting our brains, that is probably full of misinformation. And yeah. And it's really weird because if you think about it, we were never ever as humans meant to get all of this information on a daily basis, like literally wake up and load your brain with a bunch of different people's lifestyles, ideas, thoughts, news. We're gonna talk about how to leave that lazy era behind, stop scrolling, and actually get done what you wanna get done, because I know that you have goals and dreams, so do I, and sometimes I just need to get my ass off the couch and off my phone. I'm not gonna tell you to wake up at 5 a.m., start drinking green juices, and all of this other BS that comes along with being a wellness girl, which is a whole other topic. So let's get into it. Tip number 1 is to stop romanticizing your lazy era. Now, I get it. We've all seen those videos where people like let their house get really bad and then they clean it. I don't know why that's the only example that's coming into my head right now. Or just bed rotting as a concept. Like, why did we name that? You know, why did we come up with a name for that when it's really just like being lazy? And I wanna cut for a second, because there's a lot of anxiety in the world, and anxiety is honestly on the uptick because we know more about it medically, and again, that's a whole nother topic. There's a lot of topics here. I don't want this to come across as like just a lock-in, like you just have to fight through whatever you're dealing with because it doesn't matter kind of thing. That is so not true. Like, everyone has, you know, different mental states, physical states, and a lot of us are, you know, either very lucky to be able to just move our bodies, for example, freely, or speak, or like have normal human function. So like, I'm not saying like if you have severe issues in any way, or like, it's all about just not identifying as lazy. Like, the more you tell yourself that you're lazy, that you're gonna bed rot all weekend, the more you kind of adopt that internally, and you adopt that as a part of your personality. Let's just not do that though. Because laziness is not your personality. It's just a habit, and just like any habit, you can, you know, incrementally get better. Rule number 2, okay, now we realize we have a problem. That's a big part of this. But rule number 2 is getting into the action. And it's something really simple called the 5-minute rule. Basically, you can trick your brain into doing stuff. I gotta take a sip of this spicy water here. Honestly, getting to step 2 is the hardest part. Because me personally, I just get in freeze mode sometimes when I have like a big project to do, or I just something that feels so overwhelming. I'm like, well, put my hands up in the air, it's too big, and I just don't even want to get started because I don't know where to start. Okay, like, I'm gonna be so for real, I used the 5-minute rule to film this video because something about starting a task is so hard for me. Like, I'm enjoying myself as I'm filming right now, and I did my makeup and my hair and stuff. It was fun, you know, it was fun. But like, getting to the starting point literally took me like 3 days. Part of that was because I got food poisoning yesterday and was hysterically crying and vomiting. Anyway, so here's a 5-minute rule. Basically, once you start, it's a lot easier to keep going. And if you don't, then you still got 5 minutes of that task done, which is a win, honestly. Okay, step number 3 to exiting your lazy era is fix your morning routine. Now, again, I am not a girly that wakes up at 5 a.m. I just can't do it. I wish I could. I like how this video is about being disciplined, and I'm like, I'm not disciplined. No, no, no. We need to talk about how you're starting your day, and chances are it's pretty close to how I start my day, which is grabbing my phone from my bedside table and just starting to scroll. Yep. If the first thing you do is doom scroll in bed, then you kind of already lost. Like, highly suggest putting your phone in a different room and using an alarm clock. I need to do this tip. I don't do this currently. Or just like simply getting up and not doom scrolling. It's tough. It's tough, folks. I know. Let's talk about what happens after that. Okay, you're out of bed. You didn't scroll, good job. The goal is not to have like a 12-step crazy morning routine, but just something simple that you can stick to. Honestly, okay, so I'll give you guys a story from my week last week. I had one day where I was just like really stressed out, and reaching the end of my work day, you know, in my sweatpants, like didn't wash my face, didn't open the windows, didn't really change, didn't put any makeup on, just put no effort into anything. And I'm over here wondering, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why do I feel this way? Oh my God, I feel so bad. I feel so anxious and so nervous. And I'm like, okay, hold on, stop. Like, Lizzie, you've been getting ready every day. You've been like walking on your walking pad, for example. You've been, you know, doing your hair a little bit or doing a little bit of makeup and just like putting a different outfit on that's not your pajamas. Why is it so hard to realize sometimes? Like, it's so difficult. So here are 4 things I like to do in the morning to really set me up for success that actually work and are not super complex. First thing I like to do is drink water. Please drink water. Oh my God. Your body is literally begging for water in the morning because you haven't had water all night. Like, you're dehydrated. Drink some water, babe. Bonus points if you add a little bit of sea salt in that water. That'll give you some natural and cheap electrolytes. I love a good iced latte. Cinnamon, honey, iced latte, just perfection. I've been trying my hardest to wait 2 hours after I've woken up to have my coffee. I cannot think of the science behind it right now, but I've listened to like 30 Mel Robbins podcasts about it. So just listen to Mel on this one. So try to put your coffee off. The coconut milk is off. I just finished White Lotus. The second thing is get ready and just change. Like, sometimes I literally change into sweatpants from other sweatpants, but they're like cuter sweatpants. It's like a matching sweat set. I like sweatpants. I don't wear normal pants at home. Like, no, it's not happening. I'm business from the waist up. I'm not sorry. I work from home. I can't do like buttons, and it's not gonna happen for me. As a wannabe fashion girly, it should happen for me. I'm talking way too long about this. I just get dressed. Just get dressed. If you like to wear a little makeup, put a little makeup on. Honestly, for me, it's my skincare routine. Like washing my face, moisturizing, sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen, ladies and gentlemen. Just do it. But just that alone helps to wake me up, and I just feel better, okay? The other thing is move your body. That can be going on a walk, doing some stretching. I like to walk on my walking pad. When I don't have meetings first thing in the morning, I'll walk for like an hour, and it's great. You can also dance. Dancing counts. Try it out. And that's it. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be intentional. Also, another bonus point, if you add a high protein breakfast onto that, it'll help your blood sugar not crash throughout the day or like kind of feel those 3 p.m. sleepies. I found just like some eggs or yogurt. I love yogurt. Oh my God, I love yogurt. I swear I talk about yogurt on this channel like so much. Tip number 4 is to romanticize your productivity. So we're not romanticizing our laziness, but we're romanticizing our productivity. You know how you're more excited to do something when it looks good? Like, you're more excited to go on that date when you have a cute outfit, or you're more excited to make YouTube videos when you have a new laptop. I just bought a new laptop, very excited about it. Very big purchase for me personally. So you wanna make your productivity feel less like a chore. So that means removing any friction. Let's say you wanna start going to the gym. You should find a cute workout set and then set your set out. Good one, Lizzie. You want to set your set out the night before so you can wake up, put it on, and be like, I'm cute, let's go. Apparently cute outfits really motivate me. This is like all my examples are basically like, wear a cute outfit, do your skincare, do your makeup, and you'll feel better about yourself, which there are other ways. You don't just have to look good. You can also make your workspace really cute. So I have some decorations on the wall in front of mine. I have a vision board, and I try to keep it tidy, and I try to like clean it and dust it. And it does make working there more pleasant. You can also play a vibey playlist. Sometimes when I'm working, I don't really want music with lyrics because occasionally I have to like type a lot and do a lot of typing. So I listen to like lyricless ADHD focus music and just kind of like vibe out, and it's very, very nice, and I always feel super productive when I listen to some music. But you can also just like curate a playlist for any time of the day. Like you can have, you know, a morning playlist, Saturday evening at 2 p.m. while you're drinking a matcha. Get specific with it, have fun, make a Pinterest board of what you want your desk area to look like, and buy some little fun decor items. I mean, why not? The third little sub tip of this is just plan out your day. Get a planner. I mean, I feel like that one's so like ingrained in people now. Like if you don't have a planner by now, do you even want to get your life together? Like is this your first productivity video? You know what I mean? Like I feel like most people have planners that, you know, have big dreams and big goals or big jobs, you know, like you kind of need a planner and a calendar if you're at work. But you know, I would suggest having a personal and professional planner. Like I actually keep mine separate. So I have one big working planner where I can write all of my meetings out in columns. There's like a time column and then a to-do column and a follow-up column, and that's really helpful for me. I fill it out every single day in the morning, or at the end of the day I'll fill it out for the next day. That's always great because then I just like immediately know what I'm getting myself into. And then I have something similar for my my personal calendar. And I said in my last video, I'm like, I never use Notion, I'm just not the one, and all this. And I actually set up some Notion trackers, just 2 Notion trackers, just today. The final tip number 5, is to have a bare minimum for days when you're really not feeling it. Like granted, me for example, I try to work out 3 times a week, but there are times when I just want to go on a really long walk instead of hitting the gym. So I will allow that. That is a workout for me. I've just had to accept like some days you are going to fall off. That's just life. But what really matters is how fast you can bounce back. One bad day does not equal a bad week, or a bad month, or a bad year. Your bare minimum checklist can be something as simple as move your body for 10 minutes, drink a lot of water, and do one productive thing, whether that be laundry, answer an email, literally anything productive. Because like the 5-minute rule, even on your worst days, doing something is better than doing nothing. Because I notice when I really like rot in my nothingness for a long time, it just makes me even more anxious. But then when I start doing the task, I always kick myself and I'm like, that was really not that hard. And I try not to beat myself up anymore, but sometimes you have to beat yourself up a little bit, like give yourself a little kick, you know, at least. Like if you don't, no one else will. You know, you might have your parents telling you to do your homework, or you might have, you know, a partner at home, or you might live at home by yourself and literally have no accountability. When you're an adult, you have so much free will, which can be a really good thing, but it can also be a bad thing if you really can't control yourself and you're super impulsive. And that's something I feel like you get better with age. Like I'm 26 now, and even maybe 3-4 years ago, I was a completely different person when it came to, you know, productivity and getting stuff done. Now I have like a lot more on the line. I have bills, I have a mortgage, like I have all these responsibilities that, you know, I kind of need to get shit done. Like I can't just sit there and do nothing and twiddle my thumbs. All right, besties, that is the game plan. No more waiting for Monday or next month. Just start, like right now, after this video. Stop watching YouTube after this. That was my motivational video for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Goodbye.